Alright, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites coming out week in and week out, prophesy the downfall of America, okay, which is known as Babylon the Great according to the scriptures. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem, Harukakwadash. Alright, double honors to our elders and apostles at great millstones, the ones that are ruling over Israel, that are teaching this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, I want to give salutations to all the sincere brothers pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Okay, and so basically that's what we're out here to do, is to warn people that the destruction of Yahawashi, which is Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father according to Hebrew. Yahawashi is the Son's name, according to the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. Alright? And those are the names of the powers of the Bible, the powers of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the Israelites. And that's also the power that's bringing destruction upon the world very soon. And you see these things building up as it is already. Alright? America is nothing but a filthy-ass place full of degenerates, man. Alright? Nobody cares about anything except for what they want to do. Alright? Nobody cares that this place is crumbling. You can see it right before their eyes. And they don't want to ask, man, maybe something's going on that I should know about. Alright? That's 2/3 of the nation of Israel that don't want this place to collapse.
I'm so short. How
they
is
want to
this
stay
happening?
here.
What?
They want to stay in oppression.
Yes,
they want to stay in different ghettos. Alright, they want to stay having the so-called white man rule over them with the sword, man. Alright? Because the so-called white man is Esau, Edom according to the Bible. Alright? Which that's the devil according to the Bible, man. Alright? So get it.
There's Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Yahawashi HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Yeah, so it's the revealing of Yahawashi HaMashiach, man. Okay? So that's what it means. That's what revelation means. It means to reveal something. So let's find out what it's revealing. We'll go to verse 13.
Revelations 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Yeah, the 7 candlesticks is talking about the 7 churches. Alright? So the one in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. Alright, go ahead.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
That's right, man. It said his head and his hairs was white like wool, man. Talking about sheep's wool. Alright, so it tells you that he had white, woolly hair. Okay? And just like you see the so-called blacks today in America, they have woolly hair like sheep's hair, man. Like sheep's hair, man. Alright? That's what it talks about when it says white like wool, man. Alright? So Yahawashi had sheep's hair, man. Go ahead.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace.
His feet like unto fine brass. The color of brass is already a golden brown color. Alright? And if you burn it in a furnace, when it cools down, it's going to come out black, man. Alright? So we know that the so-called Negroes today are the tribe of Judah. Alright? You go give me a Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Alright? It tells you in the scriptures that the Lord, so-called Jesus Christ, the one that people know as Jesus Christ, sprang out of Judah, alright? Came out of the seed of David, alright, the line of David, which means that he was born just like everybody else is born, man.
Oh no, he don't.
Alright? He was born of a mother and a father. There was no immaculate conception. So the Lord came out of a specific tribe, out of the nation of Israel. It was done like that for a reason, man. Alright? 68. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Yeah, when you look at the back of a dollar bill, what you see is an Egyptian pyramid on the back of it. Alright? You also see the Roman eagle, which also goes back to Esau, goes back to Mount Seir. Alright? Which also goes back to the elites. Their crest is actually that eagle. And the scriptures talk about how he puts himself up as the eagle. He lifts himself up as the eagle. All of these are clues and signs pointing to who the wicked are today, man. Who the so-called white man is today, right?
Yeah, also on top of the pyramid, they got that eye, the all-seeing eye, which goes back to the eye of Horus, which is satanic. It's a satanic symbol.
Fine. Which also shows you that Esau wants to have full control over everything, man. He wants to watch everything that you do at all times. He wants to have full control over your life, man. Alright? He wants to force things on you that are unlawful according to the Bible. So if you wanted to live your life according to these scriptures, Esau forces it to where you can't do it to in its perfection, man. Alright? Because the righteous are compassed about the wicked. And nobody understands this, man. Alright? Nobody understands the time that you're living in. Alright, biblical times never went anywhere. Okay?
Yeah, and the newest Google update, which I have updated on my phone, like I'll be delivered, because I deliver stuff for work. Every fucking place I go to, it pops up. There's a notification pops up on Google. Oh, how was your visit to so-and-so place? Like it pops up exactly where I fucking went. So they're keeping track. Even though we don't got the mark yet, they're still keeping track of everything. Watching everything, listening to everything.
Esau's documenting all you. Alright? He's learning from you. That's what the whole Google search engine was about. And so that he can learn about the population of the earth. Alright? That's why they got algorithms and statistics, man. Everybody is categorized in a society, man. Alright? That's why you're not supposed to be posting up hella shit on YouTube, on the social media like it's like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, shit like that, man. Because Esau used that against people, man. He say, "Oh, look at this stuff you posted on Instagram, or you posted on Twitter, or your Facebook." You know, people are posting guns on websites like that, and then the FBI raids that. That's why it tells you to be circumspect in this time, because you're a sheep amongst wolves, man. All these people will report you for anything. You got signs all over the place to tell you if you see something, say something, man. You know? Everybody's a goddamn agent. Everybody's a spy, man. Everybody's got a cell phone they can just pull out and call Esau on you, man. Or file a complaint about you, or write a report on you, man. Alright? Esau got this whole thing laced up. That's why he has that all-seeing eye on top of that Egyptian pyramid, man, because he sees everything that you do. All right. Big Brother is watching. That's not a conspiracy theory. Anytime that they talk about conspiracy, they gotta put the word theory in it. It's not a theory. This is actually facts. All right. Go. Says Isaiah 59 and 15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey.
Yeah, so us departing from this society spiritually, that makes us the enemy to all these people. All these people walking around to all the truth. So they got demons on them. This is a spiritual battle. There's spiritual warfare happening right now as we speak. All these people thinking certain thoughts, those are demons. Those are demons on these people.
That's true. These people actually have spirits on them, man. They're under the spell of Esau, Edom, through the power of Satan. All right. Ultimately through Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. All right. Because this world belongs to Satan. Anybody that doesn't understand the truth, you're under the power of Satan, man. You're into these philosophies. You're into this doctrine. Okay. You'll do anything that the government tells you to do. Right? You'll believe it. You'll trust in it. Like it says in the scriptures, that our people trust in oppression. Right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you trust in oppression, man. That's what this place is. They came over here and slaughtered you, took your land from you, and now they oppress you in your own lands, man. You gotta get a green card or a visa to come back to the place that once belonged to your ancestors. Got stolen from you from the so-called white man. Okay?
Yeah, these people are still, it's 2019, these people are trusting demons. They trust like in who's gonna be president next. Oh, when Trump was president, now things are gonna change. Or if Hillary becomes president, now things are gonna change. No, everything's gonna fucking remain the same because these people are inherently wicked. Their spirits are wicked. So these people all trusting in this society, they're bugged out because they're trusting in man as opposed to trusting in the Most High.
That's why we see people like us come out, we get demonized, man, because we're going against the grain. All right. Esau wants total control, man. He don't like it when brothers wake up to the truth, man. All right, because what we're doing is completely against the society, man. Speaking out against it. And these people are so indoctrinated in the society, that's why they'll come up against it, man. All right, even though it's right in your face. You can obviously see if you turn on the news, this place is going down the toilet, man. All right? Babylon the Great is about to fall, man. Which it's already falling. You know? Go ahead, bring that up.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Yeah, no man shall buy you, man. All right? Nobody jumped in for you. Nobody said, oh, this ain't right, man. We should give them back their land. We should tell them who they are. All right? You get Psalms 83. All right? All these other nations are confederate against you, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're your enemies, man. All right? Just look at the food industry. All right? How many Jakes do you see actually owning these restaurants, man? All right? Or how many of these restaurants that belong to these other nations do you see Jacob and them working in, man? All right, it's supposed to be like a Chinese restaurant. It's just packed with so-called Mexicans, you know? Right in the back picture. All right? You Jakes are a slave to these other nations, man. All right? These fucking, these Indians, these Asian cats, man. Moab, Ammon, all right? Elam. They own these different stores. They own these different establishments, man. So-called white men especially owning these giant corporations, Arabs, all right? And guess who's doing the back-breaking labor for them, man? When I was working at Amazon, all the supervisors were Elam and Ishmael, man. All the workers, all the hardcore workers was Jakes, man. All right? Breaking their back for pennies, having Elam all up on their ass, man. You know why? Because, hey, you're in oppression right now. You're still in slavery. All right? You're still in bondage. You're still in servitude right here in America. It never went nowhere, man. You just think just because they giving you some handouts, because they give you some paper, phony ass money, that somehow you're earning a living here. All right? And maybe one day you'll be able to own one of these corporations, man. Maybe you'll be able to own a bank. That's never gonna happen here, man. Okay? Esau wants this place to be completely destitute, so that the super rich can rule over the poor. So that Esau can have you people in the straight up subjection, man. And Esau, Edom wants to put you other nations in slavery too, man.
Yeah, and that's the vibration Esau pushes out. Like you're nobody unless you got so much money. You fucking have a Ferrari. You're a millionaire living in a mansion. But that's bullshit. The people on this side, we're spiritually rich. You know, we got the blessing of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. And it don't matter how much money you have. The spiritual riches that we have within us, that's way infinitely better than anything on this fucking side.
You get on Isaiah 33:6. And that's true, man. Because wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our time, man. Knowing the truth is what's going to keep us alive when America collapses. All right, when there's no food, there's no water, there's no transportation. All these cars are going to clog up the streets. You ain't going to be able to go nowhere, man. People are going to just get out of their car in the middle of the street and start running. All right? start running, man. Cause there's gonna be nothing but hell out here. All right. Jake is gonna wake up and fucking go insane, go ape shit. All right. Just be killing you so-called white people out here for sure.
Yeah, and they just recently shut down the government shutdown. They shut down the fucking the EBT. So you just give it a couple of weeks, people are gonna fucking start losing their mind. You know, all these people that can't afford food, people that can't afford their medication. A lot of these people are on certain types of medication, and the symptoms of not being of coming down from the medication, the symptoms as opposed to what it helps, is way worse than what it helps. So people are gonna just start fucking bugging out.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, because of when you shut down these different government services, all these different handouts this government has you people dependent on. When they take it away, they take away that free health care too. And medication, out of pocket, is terribly expensive. All right, and these things happening to us, we know what time it is, man. All right, we actually know what's going on. We know why it's happening. Like every single time. When food stamps get cut off, free healthcare gets cut off, man.
Hey, y'all about to so fucking fast right now.
All these people ain't gonna know what to do with themselves, man. All right, hey, you're gonna have Jake just going crazy, man.
There's Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Yeah, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our times. All right, we know that America is about to collapse. All right, we know that this government has had you people build a dependency upon it, so that when they stop giving you these handouts, that you're going to snap and go crazy, man. All right, so hey, man, Edom wants to declare martial law so we can put you people into slavery, man. He wants to enforce a RFID microchip. There's going to be so much chaos out here, all right? There's going to be so much hell out here that people are going to be begging for that RFID microchip, man, which is the mark of the beast according to the Bible.
Yeah, that's one of their sayings, order out of chaos. So they create all this bullshit happening, and then they're going to say, oh, look, you take this chip, now you'll be saved out of this. That's one of the things that they're going to be doing. Order out of chaos.
That's right, brother. Can you read that one more time?
Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, is his treasure.
Yeah, the fear of the Lord is our treasure, man. All right? Following these law, statutes, and commandments, knowing the times that we're in, man. All right, knowing not to take the mark of the beast, man. Knowing what the mark of the beast is, so that when it comes, we understand that is not our salvation. That's actually condemnation, man. That if you take the mark of the beast, you're going to be destroyed with a sword destruction, like it tells you in Revelation. All right. Mark of the beast, or RFID microchip. But that's what you don't want to take. Isaiah chapter 30.
There's Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, that take counsel, but not of me.
Yeah, that take counsel, but not of me, man. All right? Because when all hell breaks loose, the government solution is what these people are going to run to, man. All right? They're going to be begging for the government to fix it, to fix the problem. That's why the majority of people are going to run to the mark of the beast. You're going to run straight to that counsel of Esau, man. The counsel of the devil, man. But the Lord's counsel tells you to run away from that, man. It says, don't take the mark of the beast when it comes. All right? Because Esau is going to make that RFID microchip mandatory. He's going to make it to the point where the people that don't want to take the chip are going to be cast into prison. All right? They're going to be slain. Anybody that doesn't want to bow down to the image of the beast, hey man, Esau's gonna be looking to kill you, man. All right, he's gonna be after you, and he's gonna have all these people as agents, man. Alright? Because the whole world is going to be against us. Alright, is there more on that?
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Yeah, so they cover with a covering, but not of the Lord's Spirit. It's not of the words of this Bible, man. It's of some other doctrine, man. Some other philosophy. Alright? Some other way of thinking about things. Ideology, man. Some other way of life. It's not according to these scriptures, man. Alright? Because these scriptures are a roadmap to the things that's coming. Alright? They tell you exactly what the Most High is about to do. They tell you that the Lord is about to destroy these places. And it tells you what you got to do if you don't want to face that destruction. If you want to die here in America, you got to follow the instruction. You got to follow the counsel of the Lord, man. All right? But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they ain't going to be able to take off that covering. It's not of the Lord, man. They got on a... They ain't got on a wedding garment, man. They have strange apparel on. All right? They're wearing strange clothing. All right, go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and it's like, and have not asked at my mouth.
Yeah, the walk to go down into Egypt, man. These people, they are going to trust in the counsel of the new Pharaoh, man. The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. All right. They're going to trust. They're going to trust in this so-called government, which you people don't even realize that. This whole country is owned by the banking cartels, man. It ain't got nothing to do with this so-called American government. All right, the American government doesn't dictate shit. All right, it's all based upon these different banks and corporations. All right, they own this place. The American government is in debt to. All right, you think about all the trillions of dollars that America's in debt. It's in debt to these banks that you people go to, man. These different credit cards, these different cards that are given to you from these banks and loans. Alright? They're the ones that own America right now. That's the wicked, man. That's the so-called Jew.
Okay.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yeah, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, man. Alright? You're going to see all this chaos going on. And you see some martial law troops. And you're going to think, oh, because it's military, you're going to think it's government. You're going to run to them, man, thinking they're going to help you. All they're going to do is kick your ass and put a microchip in you, man. Alright? Everybody that trusts in this place is going to be destroyed. Because everything that these people push upon you, it's all for your destruction. Vaccinations, the flu shot, all right. That's why they come out with these bogus ass false flags to scare you people into doing exactly what they want you to do, man. All right. They tell you that you gotta eat meat like 8 times a fucking day. Otherwise you'll die. You'll be malnourished. That's nothing but bullshit, man. Alright? Tell you to drink like 6 glasses of milk. You're not even supposed to be drinking that shit, man. This place was made to kill you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Alright? Planned Parenthood, that's made to destroy you, man. Alright? These different institutions, the education system in America, that's meant to destroy you. Alright? Fucking destroy your mind, bug you out. Indoctrinate you into this system.
Yeah, also, like his brother said, like they control everything. Even the name, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. They control the food and the drugs. So here they are, they're mixing drugs in the food and causing people to get sick. Where the real food is grown in the earth, you know, eating like certain herbs, fruits and vegetables, and helping your body to heal itself. But all this shit that they have right here is defiled, and eating this food, it fucking kills you slowly and slowly.
Yeah, man. And this is the counsel of the Lord, man, that the Bible's talking about. That's what we're out here telling you people, like, look, man, the ways of this world is nothing but death, all right? Esau put out this culture that's completely destroying the jakes, man, and you can't even see it, all right? He's turned you into brute beasts. All you care about is carnal things. Cars, money, women, all right? Big everything, big screen TVs, big couch, big house, big life. Go big or go home. All right, live fast, die young. All these different sayings are meant to kill you, man. It's all nothing but indoctrination, indoctrinating you into this culture that they made for you.
It's about time.
Live fast, die young. Who the fuck wants to live fast and die young?
Yeah, they did this psychological experiment where they had two cars. One was like a BMW, the other one was like a shitty fucking hoopty. It was all messed up. And they put people parked behind this car at a stoplight. The people that were parked behind the hoopty, the fucked up car, it took them like 5 seconds to start honking after the light turned green. But the person that was in the BMW, it took them like 13 seconds. So that shows the mental state of people, how they worship the people that have money, that have a certain status in this world. Which, fuck that, it's all vain bullshit. That shit doesn't matter.
Yeah. What's that? It tells you this in the scriptures, put far away from you vanity and lies, man. This Ecclesiastes 10:6, it says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. You know? Can you get hold that to get blue? I think it's 6 and like 30, 32 maybe. Alright, because it says folly is set in great dignity, man. All these different riches of the world, which this place is getting ready to be destroyed, man.